Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for watching. Yes, as you can see, I got the old trusty pink Daisy lever gun out here because today we're playing with BB guns. So I assume most of us probably got started and got our love for firearms through BB guns like this, plinking tin cans and shooting Red Riders in the backyard and stuff like that. At least that's how I got started. And since we like to do these weird self-defense videos on this channel, I thought I'd do the same thing today and see if a BB gun like this could actually save your life. And don't worry, I brought the full autos. Now, we all know someone that's been shot with a BB gun, or maybe you have personally. I definitely have. We used to have wars with BB guns and shoot each other all the time. They were pretty weak, but this was back before airsoft was a thing. So I've been shot quite a few times with a BB gun. While they aren't toys and they should be treated with respect, a regular BB gun is not gonna penetrate any further than the surface of the skin, and definitely not deep enough to hit anything important. Maybe if you got hit in the eyeball or something, that could be bad, but otherwise, they're just not very powerful. However, they could act as a deterrent, especially if they look real enough and, you know, scare someone away. But if you're dealing with real violent criminals, you're probably better off using fists or pepper spray if you don't have a real gun, because most BB guns aren't gonna do shit. That being said, there are different levels to BB guns and pellet guns, and today we're going to look at that spectrum a little bit, starting with the weakest all the way up to the most powerful ones that I have, including the full autos. So this should be a lot of fun. All right, we'll go ahead and start with the old pink Daisy, since this is probably by far the weakest one that we have. Don't ask me why I have this. I swear I wasn't weird as a kid. No, it's not mine. I think it's my niece's, and I just thought it'd be hilarious to bring this one out. So I'm going to shoot the steel, see how weak this thing is. It's obviously getting there, but not too fast. Let's see if it can even get through a full can of pop. I wouldn't be surprised if it don't. Yeah, it did. Actually, not too shabby. It went in right there. Hope y'all can see that. And then blew straight through the back. All right, let's try something a little bit cooler, because this thing is weak AF, which means weak and fun for all the kids watching. All right, this is the Dpms Sbr, and this is by far one of the coolest BB guns I've ever shot. Full auto, actually pretty powerful for a CO2 powered full auto BB gun. Just a ton of fun. Let's try this one out. So much more fun. That was 30 BBs in probably 2 or 3 seconds. All right, let's try a 12-ounce pop can with this one. It is select fire, by the way, so you can go safe, semi-auto, or full auto. I think on semi-auto, it's a little more powerful. So we'll shoot the pop can on semi and see what it does. Woo, those are coming back at me. So on that one, I got splashed with pop, which didn't happen with the Daisy. Let's see what the hole looks like. So the Daisy had a tiny little entrance hole and then a pretty big exit hole. On this one, both the entrance and exit hole are pretty big. So I imagine that one hit quite a bit harder. Now this is by far the coolest looking BB gun that I've ever owned. This is the German MP40 clone, and it is as realistic as it gets. It's really heavy. It feels like a real MP40. It even has the underfolder buttstock, which is just awesome. It's also select fire. You can see the selector on the bottom of the receiver there. It also has safe, semi, and full auto. So of course, we're going straight to full auto, and it's also open bolt, which is pretty sweet. I'll put a magazine through this one really quick. One thing I will say is it's not as powerful as the Dpms Sbr, but it holds twice as many rounds. So pros and cons. Man, that's fun. All right, we got a fresh mag for the MP40. You can see how those BBs go in there. Let's try a 12-ounce soda with this one. I don't know if you guys could hear a difference on the steel. To me, it just feels less powerful than the Dpms. Don't get me wrong, it's still good for a BB gun, just not as powerful as the other one. At least I don't think. All right, it's on semi-auto. Let's try that pop can. Let's go full auto. It's worth the ricochets. So this is interesting. You can see the entrance hole right there below the C, and then our exit hole right there. So this is the very first one that's had a clean entrance and exit hole right through the whole pop can. I don't really know what that means, but it could be the least powerful of the three, or maybe it's the most powerful and it just blew straight through with no collateral damage. I don't really know, but it does feel weaker than the DPMS for sure. All right, y'all, I got one more full auto BB gun and then we'll move on to the really powerful air rifle that I brought out. So this is the Beretta M9 full auto BB gun. And once again, it's ridiculous how realistic this thing is. I love Berettas, I've shot them quite a bit, and this could easily pass as a real Beretta. The logos on the grips, the safety, the hammer, the trigger, the barrel, just the entire design looks just like a Beretta M9. So that's so cool. It also has a crazy fast rate of fire. So I'm gonna try to hit the steel. One thing I've noticed about this, probably because the barrel's so short, it's not as accurate as the rifles. So let's see if we can hit the steel. Woo! Those were coming back really fast. I don't remember this gun being that powerful, but you can see it locks a slide open on the last round, and obviously it reciprocates every time you shoot it. Honestly, out of the three, it's probably the coolest one in terms of the way it functions and, you know, how fast the rate of fire is. I absolutely love this thing. We'll go ahead and try a pop can with this one since we've done it with all the others already anyway. Like I said, it's not as easy to hit small targets with this one for whatever reason. So check this out. Put your magazine in and then chamber around just like a real Beretta M9. Go ahead and put it on semi-auto for the pop can. One more thing, always wear eye protection when you're shooting BB guns or else you'll shoot your eye out.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
All right, let's see if we can hit this pop can. Whoa! All right, interesting. So we got our entrance hole right there and then our exit hole right there. So the MP40 and the Beretta M9 both just pierced a hole straight through it, where the Daisy and the DPMS kind of exploded the can a little bit more. Let's go ahead and finish this magazine off. I'll probably put these on the tree because the steel is bouncing back quite a bit. Man. That is freaking amazing. I would love to know what the rate of fire is on this because it sounds like a Glock 18 or something. Crazy fast. All right, y'all, this is the Gamo Wildcat Whisper, and it's easily the most powerful air rifle that I have. It is cheap, so it's not like a high end. I mean, there's air rifles that are 50 caliber and, you know, probably even bigger. They got air rifles that'll take down large animals. So this isn't that, but for a 177 caliber pellet rifle, it's extremely powerful, and it actually breaks the sound barrier, which means it's going over 1,000 feet per second. So I can't shoot the steel, obviously, right there. I'm gonna go ahead and try to shoot one of our targets further down there. I'll probably step over to this side actually and just see if you can hear this thing break the sound barrier. Hopefully y'all could hear that. It literally sounds like a suppressed rifle. Now I'm gonna shoot a pellet that won't break the sound barrier and see if you can hear the difference. I'm going back to my left side. It's awkward the other way. So no crack. It didn't break the sound barrier at all on that one. And then again, I'll shoot another one of these. These are the pellets that break the sound barrier, which again is extremely impressive for an air rifle like this. So it says on the gun the velocity is 1,300 feet per second with these pellets. And I've done some tests with it and it definitely gets pretty dang close to that. So listen to the difference on this one. So cool. I guess we'll go ahead and do a pop can with this one too. I obviously know this isn't showing us anything, but I've done it with all the others. So let's see if we can blow it up. Oh, I hit it right on the top. That's actually pretty cool. So the pellet went in right there. You can see where it split the pop open and then exited out right there. All right, we'll try it one more time. New pop can. There we go. Now that one hit on the very bottom and obviously blew a giant hole out of the back. So I guess I should have split the difference, but either way, you get the point. Quite a bit more power. So we're gonna shoot these a little bit more and have some fun with them, but right off the bat, I can go ahead and say that the Gamo Wildcat Whisper is the only one of these that I would say you could actually use as a possible self-defense tool. All the others, like I said in the beginning, at most could maybe be used as a deterrent against someone who's, not armed and not very violent. Obviously, the last thing you want to do is pull a BB gun on someone who's got a real gun, because that would probably be the end for you. But there are definitely a lot of situations where, you know, people pull guns and don't have to use them because the bad guy gets scared and runs off. So that's best case scenario. I would never count on that happening. But as far as getting shot with one of these BB guns, I've been shot with them. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys have as well. And a violent criminal sure as hell ain't gonna stop doing what he's doing because he gets shot with a BB gun. Most of them don't even stop when they get shot with a real gun, unless, you know, they get hit in a vital organ or something like that. So keep that in mind. BB guns are not self-defense tools, and at most they'll sting and piss somebody off. That being said, most people probably wouldn't enjoy getting shot with a BB gun, but to answer the video question, theoretically I guess it could save your life, but I definitely would not count on it. All right, y'all, on my way out here I stopped and picked up a coconut because I figured it's kind of hard like a skull. So we're gonna shoot this with 2 or 3 of the BB guns and see if any of them are powerful enough to penetrate a hard coconut. We'll go ahead and start with the Daisy. It is an easy break coconut, so I'm gonna try to avoid that groove that they've cut in there, but definitely gonna turn sideways so I don't catch a ricochet to the wiener, but I don't even know if we hit it. I think we did. I'm gonna try it once more just to be sure. Get sideways. Yeah, we hit it that time for sure. So our first one, I think, hit right there towards the top, and then the second one is right there towards the bottom. Neither one of them did any damage. All right, Dpms Sbr. Semi-auto. That one bounced back and hit my truck. Once again, no damage. All right, y'all, now we're doing the supersonic pellet out of the Gamo Wildcat Whisper, and I'm back behind my truck because I don't want this one to ricochet back at me, so. It moved. All right, so there's our hole from that supersonic pellet. None of the others even left a mark on this thing, and that one clearly put a hole in it. Let's see. All right, no, so it actually didn't go deep enough to get to the inside. All that coconut milk or whatever is staying in there, but you can see it burrowed down in there quite a bit and did penetrate the outer shell. So, although it didn't go all the way through, quite a big difference from any of the other BB guns. Let's get out something that'll take care of that coconut. We can't let it survive. 9mm Glock 17. There we go. All right, well, the 9mm clearly took care of this coconut. Blew straight through it and out the other side, no problem. Man, these things are interesting on the inside. I don't really eat them, but obviously the 9mm does. Let's do some more full auto. Oh, I'm out of ammo. That one is pissing straight beside me. Reload. Oh, that was so cool. It put like 5 or 6 holes in that grape 2-liter really close together, almost like a shotgun pattern, and it caused it to spin around in circles. If you've never tried these full auto BB guns, I highly recommend it. Check it out. There ain't one survivor anywhere near this table. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up right here, guys. I obviously have a huge mess to clean up, and I think I've had enough fun with the full auto BB guns for one day. But honestly, just kind of an excuse to get these guns out and shoot them today, because it's been quite a while since we've had them on the channel, and I always enjoy shooting the full auto BB guns, probably even more than I do the pellet rifle, just because there's nothing more fun than mowing down sodas and 2 liters and stuff. So like I said, BB guns in general just are not designed for self-defense. I'm sure in certain situations they could work, and I'm sure sure that they have in the past. You know, realistic fake guns have been used forever, and they can certainly act as a deterrent. But beyond that, I would never depend on a BB gun or anything like it for self-defense. The pellet rifle, on the other hand, especially if you get like to that point and more powerful, they could absolutely be used as a self-defense tool, and I would certainly not want to get hit with one of those. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Again, just an excuse to get out here and shoot these full auto BB guns because it's always so much fun, and I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please let me know down in the comments below. As always, hit that like button for me, guys. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.